upset, I think that could like kind of sway the general kind of feeling for this team that we don't know anything about. But let's take a look at the Na'Vi roster here.
Yeah, so we have the stats of all of the players, 100% across the board. Obviously, this is from the qualifiers getting into the World Championships. We did see the attack of Yara in the field, so the stats are from the qualifiers, just so you know at home. But one little insignificant fail, or I guess it's not that insignificant, but can he pull it around for this one? What I am most interested in, Bash, is did Na'Vi have a strategy of their own? They just didn't want to reveal their cards straight away, knowing that if they make it to Sunday, it's single elimination.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that, but speaking of unknown and maybe secret strategies, MTFY, we've seen this with teams coming in from the Chinese qualifiers. We don't know anything about them. We don't know if they have a secret strategy, or we don't know if they're just going to use straight up meta attacks. Ming, Xuan, Cloud, Xuan, this team is stacked of very competent players. However, how do you prepare for a team that you haven't really seen?
Yeah, it's very difficult, and I guess the great thing for MTFY is if they win this, they're through. Looking at the community predictions, it's interesting that we actually see a higher percentage for MTFY than we did for Synchronic. Na'Vi had 81% of the votes in that first match, so some of our viewers losing a little bit of confidence in them.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit, or maybe there's just a huge Chinese audience out there. Let's be honest, the Chinese fans, they represent really, really well, but I think that is to be expected. It kind of matches up with what we were saying at the beginning. A lot of the audience knows Na'Vi. We all watch Na'Vi. So this MTFY, them getting more than Synchronic, I'm kind of surprised, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we had, back in 2021, JX Tiger were the Chinese team that qualified through the server, went to win the whole thing. We had BLTX last year that surprised us with strategies, so certainly we can expect something special in this war, let's put it that way, but we're just about getting ready for this first attack. I'm ready to go, Bash. Here we go.
I'm excited as well, Juno, but it's war number 2, Na'Vi, MTFY. Let's hop in.
MTFY to attack first. They only have to win this one matchup now, knowing that Na'Vi lost that first one. If they win this, they will qualify into Sunday as a minimum of the second team going through. So they can just go for this. Root Riders and Valkyries is their choice. We are playing in hard mode, right? We are playing in hard mode.
And remember, almost every aspect of this attack has been nerfed. Root Riders nerfed 3 times. Valkyries, they got nerfed. Super Barbarians, they got nerfed. Druids got nerfed. Even the Overgrowth has less of a radius, but that does not mean that this attack cannot still work. We've seen it still be very effective throughout all of the qualifiers, even local tournaments. Community tournaments, that is. I think this is a really smart play. Come out safe with a strategy you're comfortable with. Also, it's not revealing too much to go.
Exactly. That was just what I was about to say. But in terms of this attack, we have a really nice push with the Archer Queen down to the bottom of the base, just assuring that the Root Riders can continue through the center, using that Warden ability as he's getting close to the Town Hall, but he's into a lot of danger. Overgrowthing the Town Hall so we can just move right around the back. Smart play.
Exactly, and that's why you bring that Overgrowth. You can, as that Town Hall is ticking away, you can actually just eliminate all of that DPS of that Giga Tesla. Now all of these troops can just kind of work around and circle back and finish off the Town Hall. This has been proven to be very risky, because if those troops get taken out, you might not have enough for the Town Hall, but it looks like he has plenty of force and saves that rage. Now the Roots are going to go in there and take down that Town Hall.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he's got that rage spell for it. The difficulty was if the Root Riders moved around the back of the Overgrowth first, they would have literally took down the Town Hall last. But there we go. It is an opening 3-star for Ming of MTFY, really putting the pressure on Na'Vi.
And one thing I want to note here, I know we're not in the quote-unquote speed meta now, but that was a relatively quick attack. And one thing you and I were talking about backstage in preparation for this war, watching the last, Na'Vi seemed very deliberate with their attacks. They had a lot of 2-minute, 30-second attacks. That was sub 2 minutes at 1 minute 38 seconds. That sets the pace really wide. I like what MTFY did there.
Yeah, and I think the point that you raised is super interesting. They are not revealing anything by using that strategy. Maybe they are so confident in their ability with that approach that they can hide anything they have for Sunday's matchups when it really is single elimination. If you lose any of those ones, you are out. But Na'Vi, we know what they can do. They were the champions a couple of years ago, right? We can expect them to come out swinging in this war. And it's Gaku to start us off again, Bash.
Funny enough, attacking Ming, who just attacked Gaku, so we get that straight up rebuttal of an attack. And this is a huge one. You cannot slip up early. But Gaku, you're up. What do you have?
We are about to find out, does he play it safe with the Warden Walk and the Rocket Loons as we've seen in his first attack? Seems like that is the play. He is using the Fireball. And it's one of those things, if you try and go too fast, this is what we've seen in the qualifiers, it can lead to slip-ups. Let's see what he's got here. Just that nice slow approach, obviously wanting to try and get that bomb tower out of the way with those loons there initially, so that he has direction of the Fireball, has to send in the baby dragon, but gets that nicely, just setting things up, Bash.
It felt like a lot of the players felt this was a very safe strategy that could take down most bases. The issue with the strategy is, yes, you can set up and you can funnel it, like Itzy was talking about a little bit earlier. It's like an extended Queen Walk with this Warden Walk, but the issue there is you can also get baited. All it takes is one misstep with the invis or one missed building and the attack can go sideways, but it looks really good. Here's that Fireball, boom! It lands, Clan Castle's down, Gaku is set up well.
Yeah, beautiful job. And notice the fast reaction to get the Rage spell in by the Grand Warden as well, just to keep him alive moving into this attack, continuing to send rocket balloons surgically to support. We've already had the Flame Flinger at the bottom of the base, carving away defenses. Now we've got the heroes from the left-hand side, and all is looking good at the moment.
He did not get a whole lot out of that Flame Flinger, or maybe elected to pop it. I didn't see if there was a defense locked onto it down there, but the heroes are coming in now to take on that enemy king. His king's gonna fight with some support of some headhunters, but there we go with the spiky ball. Earthquake opening up access to the town hall. Now the Warden's going to come over with his healers. Oh, what are you seeing, Judo?
Oh, well, I think he wants the heroes to go in towards the town hall, right? Because he was basically going to send the rocket loons towards the center, and he was holding the hero abilities for that. Now he has to send a bunch of rocket balloons to the town hall to secure it. But with the scatter shot behind, he doesn't have a lot of force. He's got a rage spell and the queen ability. Still didn't get that town hall though back. He's going to have to send the other rocket loons for it.
He only has 3 rocket loons. He has no spell support here though, Judo. I think he's going to have to rely on his queen to get there. Uh-oh, Judo, this is looking really deadly. This could be really flirting with the 1-star.
Oh my gosh, the wall breaker is late as well. So the queen walks to the other side. He wanted that scatter shot down before sending the rocket balloons in, because as soon as he sends them to the town hall, that scatter shot is going to crush him. 40 seconds left.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
He still feels confident. Look at the facial expression. He still feels good about this. I'm still worried.
I don't know about
I'm concerned, Judo. This queen's going down. The queen's active. 3 rocket balloons. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get
scatter
the town hall.
Is tanked.
They're in. Oh, here it is. This is the moment. This is the moment.
Oh no!
Oh,
They're sinking him.
They get blown up. It's a 1-star defense for MTFY. Na'Vi are in trouble.
We did not expect that.
Whoa.
What can we say?
There is a gasp in the crowd. No one expected this. Na'Vi are in dire straits. They are on the brink of elimination in this matchup.
A gasp in the crowd. I think there's quite a gasp up here in the casting area as well. Wow. I mean, MTFY now, they don't reveal anything. Stick to your Root Riders and Valkyries. Get those comfortable attacks in. If they can get a 3-star here and continue to put the pressure on, obviously it's the first attack of the war. We've seen stranger things, right? Na'Vi, they have the capability of 3-starring from this point in order to catch back up. But you need a couple of defenses in this meta, and the capability of all of these players. Remember, there's only 6 teams that qualified this year, so it really is the best of the best. They're going to have something special in their bases. Yeah,
hopefully they have the right bases, but that's the tough part. What do you defend against MTFY? They're coming out with Root Riders. I think we would all have thought maybe they go with the Super Witch attack, or maybe similar to what Na'Vi's using with the Warden Walk, but it's going to be Yada on defense against Swan. And if Schwan can get a 3-star here, that is going to be insanely massive. They will be up so big. It forces Na'Vi at this point. They can't miss again. And they have to, like you mentioned, they have to get at least 2, if not more defenses. But let's see what they got for us. This is a huge attack.
Who'd have thought on day 1 it would be so interesting? MTFY in such a dominant position now. And I'm super intrigued by this attack. Let's see what they've got. Just snapping the hands, getting ready.
I hear the swords
Fingers are warmed up. The Electro
E-Dragons!
Yes!
What? They are really not showing anything with this attack strategy. This is as basic as you can. Not saying that in a negative light, but this is as basic and as effective as you can get. Schwan's gonna go ahead and throw in a couple E-Drags, rage them up, send in a Loon. I love this play. MTFY are in the driver's seat, and they're looking to take dominant control of this war.
I really like the surgical approach of the E-Dragons as well. Just carving out a little bit of a path there at the bottom. Beautiful value. Checking at the top for the Tesla because he placed the Flame Flinger there. Notice there was a bunch of Tesla as well. So just trying to protect that. In now with the Baby Dragon to get down. The defending Clan Castle troops just take a little bit of damage there, Bash. But so far, looking good. Now using another Electro Dragon just to carve the path at the bottom of the base, and a beautiful use of that skeleton spell to distract him.
Yeah, doing a great job of setting the funnel, suddenly having. Now he can take down the Town Hall with the E-Dragons, and they're going to surge into the middle of the base, towards that Eagle Artillery, towards the scout shot, towards all those high DPS buildings. He dealt with those headhunters now. The Flame Flinger up top does pop, and it's super minions outside of it, but keep an eye on this Town Hall. Remember, he still has Warden ability. It pops right there. E-Drag should have no issue with this Town Hall, but look at the backside. There's a lot still remaining, Judo.
There certainly is, but I want to point out, just look, he has the Electrode Owl on the Warden just to make sure that he didn't lure any of those Clan Castle troops as his E-Drags pulled through. We still got a couple of hero abilities and plenty of free spells to adapt. Don't have an easy access towards that single target Inferno though. Is he going to freeze it? Looks good though, like you said.
Yeah, I think he gets through here. He had a nice little cheeky Earthquake spell to weaken up some of those buildings in there so that Encino Inferno was already weakened down. The flying units are going to soar right over that ground expo, and it's going to be another 3-star for MTFY. Judo, this is looking very bad for Na'Vi. MTFY look confident. They look well composed, and they came out with a crazy defense to start this war. This group could be decided in war number 2.
Wow. Well, if General X was celebrating after the defense they had, then you know MTFY is celebrating right now. A 1-star defense and 6 stars already secured on the board without really revealing anything.
Nothing.
Even though it was, like you said, an Electro Dragon attack, I feel like it is a strategy that has a low barrier to entry, but a really high skill cap. 3 stars with 2 minutes, despite surgically approaching the base with those E-Dragons at the start.
Exactly what you said there. You were talking about it. He did really well with the surgical approach. Not just spamming in E-Drags and dropping in the Loons and dropping. He used a couple of E-Drags here to send the funnel. Another E-Drag at the bottom paired with the skeleton spell, and it just worked out so nice. Now Yada's going to come in with a beautiful attack. It's got to be a convincing 3-star to kind of get a little bit of the confidence back for Na'Vi. Because let's be honest, in this situation, Na'Vi's confidence has to be waning. Like, they just lost to Synchronic. They just had a crazy 1-star. Now they are way behind in this war. But Yada, it's all on you in this attack.
Well, if there was ever time to pick up your confidence, it needs to be now, and it must be so difficult this year with the teams facing off against each other as well. They can directly see their opponents. Starting off here with the Warden Walk on the right-hand side. Again, we have that Fireball. I mean, at this stage, they have to just get comfortable 3 stars. They can't be factoring in time.
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
the odds of it going to time is not great. So brilliant job there with the invisibility spell. Fireball onto the model.
It almost feels like a hush came over the arena as soon as this attack started. I think everyone understands this situation. Yada did use the Super Witches earlier, but did not pair it with the Fireball. So electing to bring that Fireball in and just clear out some of those heavy-hitting defenses. Anytime you get the monolith down. Okay, we're fine. No panic. Don't panic, chat. We're fine. we're back under control here, Judo. Super Witches are going to go ahead and path right into the middle. The jump spell's in, and it's looking really good, but keep an eye on that Rage Tower.
What a Coco Loon. Just sending one Loon into the base there to protect the healers, absorbed all of the red air mines. Love the pathing here with the Siege Barracks and the Queen walking down the bottom side of the base. Should still have enough power with the Super Witches through the center, especially alongside the King, who has opened up all of that access.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love the Earthquake boots. They did recently get that buff in the first ever equipment change in Clash of Clans, and now we see them everywhere. Not only do you get to open up the base like that because they'll destroy all the walls, but it also weakens the surrounding buildings, and that is irreplaceable. World Champion now working on that bottom compartment. If she can get that Ricochet Cannon down, that would be massive. A couple of Witches in there, but they still have a healer, so they shouldn't fade at all. Queen's still got ability. This is looking fine.
Yeah, it looks okay. I mean, interesting. I didn't see whether he popped the RC ability. I assume he did, looking at her health, but there was a huge amount of gaps in the base there, and all of the Hog Riders just instantly went down to giant bombs. So really interesting time to use that. He's still got the freeze spell, and the Super Witch is fine in the center. Time ticking away, but he should be good here, Vash.
Yeah, he's got this one under control. Still a minute left. I think he popped the Royal Champion's ability to use that Rocket Spear, I think.
Yeah,
maybe meant to pair her in the Seeking Shield instead. Maybe it was just a little bit of a misplay. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. He's going to get the 3-star here. Time, at this point, time has no factor in. They got to just keep putting up 3 stars. That's the first step. I know we're only 4 attacks into this war, but it is going to be such a tough position to come back from.
It certainly is, but they have that first 3-star, so hopefully they can get rid of any of the nerves that they had after the first attack. I mean, I'm sure they're still there, but they just need to focus on their own game here, right? Like, they can't be drawn into MTFY too much. They just need to try and triple out at this stage, and hey, they're in the position they're in because of their own attack. So exactly. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then, you know, they're out.
And Navi's been here before. They've been behind. It's just the meta's a little bit different. I know we're not in that same speed meta that we saw throughout the qualifiers, but talking to all these players and hearing what they're saying, they feel very confident in their attacking abilities. Yes, you can attack, or you can build bases and test nonstop, but still, the skill of the players we have at the World Championships is just on another level.
Yeah, and I wonder how much Navi tested new strategies versus the ones that they're comfortable with, knowing that they have the on-stage presence. Maybe they were leaning on that as an advantage. But let's see if MTFY can get another 3-star.
Here we go. Cloud, the captain of MTFY, coming in with another Root Riders. Judo, are we still in that speed meta? Like, what is going on here? This is insane with the Root Riders. 2 overgrowths on this one, which is a generally safer play to shut down multiple portions of the space, or just go back over the portion you shut down.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think it's important to keep reminding everyone at home that the World Championship Finals are being played on the hard mode. So we have a couple of changes there, most noticeably being the hero equipment capped. We do have an early Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball at the top of the base there. Really trying to get that Eagle Artillery down, I think. Gets through the defending heroes. Once that falls, we've now got nice pathing for the Root Riders right down this far side.
But if you're Navi, you kind of like this approach because it's a little bit risky. Even though he does have that overgrowth, likely that Town Hall is going to be saved for the end. So if anything could go sideways on this attack, it is going to be that Town Hall takedown. So if you're Navi, you got to be just hoping there's a little bit of mistakes as we focus in on Cloud's positioning here. Absolutely precise drops on these troops. And here we go. Warden ability to protect those roots. Let's see if we see the overgrowth on the Town Hall. There it is, Judo.
Yeah, beautiful Warden ability, catching those Valkyries. Look at them just running everywhere in the center of the base, having to freeze the Monolith, because unfortunately they're trying to get through to a single Archer there. Archer Queen, having the range, can now step through, take down the Monolith, while the Root Riders and Valkyries take out a lot of the DPS. And this is what the overgrowth is for, right? You can separate DPS on the base where there is a huge amount of damage. Just continue to use that. Notice this time, not hitting the defenses at the bottom. Only the Town Hall, so that he can still target the Grand Warden statue down there.
Yeah, he wants to just have everything up and just right there for the Town Hall. And this Queen's in position, if she hangs out a little bit longer, that she should be right there as that Overgrowth's getting ready to fall, because there's not going to be much left. The roots are starting to fade. Royal Champion is up there, does have an advance, and there it is. Town Hall is available. Queen's going to take it down, and it's going to be another 3-star for MTFY. They are looking impressive, Judo.
Very, very comfortable. And when you think they only have 2 attacks left, they are 2 stars in the lead. So, such a good position, aren't they? Navi have to just continue to try and 3-star, but it must be so difficult to be in that position right now.
Judo, this is a big surprise. I think a lot of people would feel. But it sounds like the Chinese fans in the audience, they kind of expected this. They're pumped up. They're excited. And I'm very impressed with what we've seen from MTFY. A little bit of a mistake on that first attack there from Gaku, but they're keeping their composure. They're switching to safer 3-star strategies. That's what we saw early in the year. When you needed those safe 3-stars, that 2 Overgrowth strategy is just really, really strong, and they're adapting on the fly and making it happen.
I should have knew from my caster prediction that they were going to be good, you know? From previous years, the Chinese team qualifying through the, the separate server and getting their golden ticket have just been so impressive. I should have known they were going to be this special. But, I mean, they're playing Synchronic next as well, right? So, let's find out. They need to just shape up, get the victory on this one. But certainly, they are well in the lead. But let's see if Navi can continue their momentum.
Kazuma must 3-star. There is no choices left for Navi. They are behind by 2 stars after a 1-star failure on the very first attack of this war. Lots and lots of pressure, but the one benefit, Navi have all been here before. Check this out, Judo. 20 Super Barbarians, 3 Golems. This is really going to be a hero-focused attack, as we saw the Fireball there on the Warden. Does have some invises, so we'll see that to direct that Fireball. But this one is going to be all about the heroes and just a little bit of pathing with those Super Barbarians.
Waking up the Town Hall with the Earthquake so that the Flame Flinger will be able to target it. Notice the Barbarians checking for Tesla around this region so that there's no surprises with the Flame Flinger. A couple of invis straight away with the Fireball hitting the desired location. Didn't quite get the scatter shot down there, but it looked like everything went okay to me.
Yeah, I think the main goal is getting a lot of those surrounding buildings, getting that clan castle down so you don't have to deal with it. I didn't see if that scatter got healed or not, but that could have been it, but maybe just not enough. Remember, like you mentioned, with hard mode, that epic equipment is capped at 18, so maybe a miscalculation there, but all the heroes are in. The Flinker should have no problem with the Town Hall takedown, so I feel comfortable about that. It's all going to be about the middle of that base. There's a Rage Tower in there, there's Multi-Target Inferno, there's the Monolith. There's a lot of damage when he pushes these heroes to the middle.
Yeah, I like the use of the Golems as well, and just making sure to spread them in to try and protect the heroes, trying to time the one on the left-hand side since the Royal Champion is invisible first with the Fox, but the funneling that the Royal Champion has created will push the King and Queen right into the center. With the Rage Gem on the Warden, he's able to keep those heroes boosted throughout this attack. Flameflinger still gradually chipping away at that Town Hall.
Flameflinger should have no issue getting the Town Hall down. King did get taken out here, though, but those Earthquake builds did significant damage as that Rage Tower went off. Royal Champion's now joining the party with the Queen and the Warden there in the middle. Queen has healers out. Another Golem, Ice Golem combo from the top. Still plenty of Super Barbarians. This is looking really, really nice for Kazuma as that Town Hall does finally fall. Super Barbarians will clean out the exterior, and it is going to be a much-needed 3-star for Navi.
The class of that attack as well, really beautifully dissecting the base, nothing too rushed. Very nice job, especially given the pressure that they are under right now on the big stage, backs against the wall. To do something like that, super well done to Kazuma.
I love the composure of not only Navi after the fail, but also MTFY. They know they need to go win this war, but at the same time, they're very focused, laser focused. But you can hear the crowd. The audience is getting excited. That's what I love about live events. Yeah, you're focused, but you can hear the vibes of the crowd.
Yeah, you absolutely can. And one thing that we obviously touched upon in that attack is the capping of the equipment, right? And with the Fireball, typically in the regular mode, you only need one Earthquake to take down majority of defenses. However, in hard mode, because it's capped at level 21, you need 2 Earthquakes. So just a misplace of one of those as well, when you're trying to quickly rush everything in, that can certainly prove costly. But again, really like that attack. MTFY though, should they 3-star here? I mean, it's not very likely they're going to 1-star in the last attack, surely.
It's all but over. Let's be honest with ourselves. And we've already seen them shift to safer strategies. We've already seen them shift to that double overgrowth, which I think if you talk to anyone, that's a super safe strategy. But they can all but put this war away with this next attack.
Let's see what they've got then. Is it going to be their Root Riders? Is it going to be their Electro Dragons? Is it going to be something else? Barch, maybe?
Lalo.
Oh, it's a Zap Lalo. Hey, keeping the variety, which I like. We do have the lightning spells just to the south of the Town Hall there, alongside the Earthquake, trying to set up pathing for when his lava balloon moves through the base. A big hero dive here. We've got the log launcher selected as well, trying to push in towards that single target.
All right, Judo, let me ask you something here. You think this is more of Xi'an is just used to using Lalo? Is this Xi'an's go-to attack, perhaps? Because in this situation, I feel like what they were doing with the E-Drags, with the Root Riders, they really weren't revealing what they might play with. Is this a little bit risky for the future opponents, kind of showing your hand that, hey, maybe Xi'an likes Zap Lalo?
Well, I guess you could flip that on its head as well, right? Like that he thinks he likes Zap Lalo, so you bait this attack strategy and then they flip and do something else, right? Like, I don't think they need to reveal anything here, so I doubt that's the play. Interesting clan castle from Navi, though. Just a ton of archers.
Tons. Yeah, those archers kept coming up, but now we see those balloons coming over the Town Hall. They'll be in charge of taking it down with the Rage Spell. Warden ability, beautiful takedown. Looks well-versed in the Lalo. I guess when you're this good at Lalo, I wish I was half as good at Lalo as Xi'an is.
Yeah, has the freeze there for the multi-target Inferno as well, because there is no other splash damage, and he could have predicted some of the red air mines, you know, next to the Town Hall or in the center there, but just tackling from the left-hand side. Look at how many balloons he has left on the back. What on earth is going on here?
It's a balloon parade! Judo, that's what's going on. We haven't seen a ton of emotion, but I saw a beautiful smile there from Xi'an.
There is those red air mines.
They know what is happening now. They know they are going to make it to Sunday, but Judo, all they need is one more 2-star, essentially, and they will make it to Sunday. But on the counter to that, Navi, a huge fan favorite. I would say some people were expecting Navi to make a run at the championship.
Yeah.
They're going to be out after War 2. They're going to be our first team eliminated if this one keeps going this way.